What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Hope you're having a good day. A great day. Not a good day, a great day. We've got an adventure planned for us this weekend. Hopefully we can do it this weekend. I've been teasing what I was doing for my next big kind of mass box opening. I've done a few things here. I've done some jumpstart, but shout out to my buddy, the Cardboard Baron. He had an excellent idea in one of his videos. I checked the numbers and it is good to go. So we did something a little crazy. We're going to show that off in a second. Before we do though, if you do not know who I am, my name is Bronzgod and I sell trading cards with Tcgplayer and eBay. We have been averaging about $40,000 a year in sales, mostly in bulk. We are looking to increase that by the end of this year. In addition, we do have two other channels, one for gaming, one for weight loss. Both are in the description if either of those interest you. And we are working on some affiliate codes, of which we have one. So if you want to use that or any future ones, you can save a little money. I can make a little money and we can all make out. So what is it? Is it Pokemon? Is it magic? It is magic. It is the superhero beginner box. Beginner boxes don't sell well usually. And that's for a good reason, because they're beginner boxes and there's not a lot of great stuff in them. They are seeded though, so every deck is the same. It's got the same number of cards and you know how much money you can get out of a deck. We're gonna go into a little more depth on the back end in a second, but on average, each deck, it's a 130 card deck. It's got two different decks in it. It's this whole, like, some jumpstart decks put together to make a huge deck for people to play with. Each box has about $65 to $70 worth of value, which is good, especially because you can get these for like cheap. I got this initial shipment, I got them for $23 a piece. So you figure $70 minus like 30% for fees. I'm sitting at like 55 minus my 25, 30 bucks per box. Boom. So we got 9 boxes. We spent about $225. We're going to make about $225. That is what you call in the industry a double up. Now you might say, Bronze, 9 boxes, big deal. That's not a mass opening. I know. This is a mass opening. There's 2 more over here that I haven't done yet. And we have, unfortunately, we didn't get one of the boxes. They're not going to be here till Tuesday. So we have a total, including those, of 57 Marvel superheroes, collector boxes, not collector boxes, beginner boxes. Each one is going to be a double up for the most part. Value can change over time. Cards can go down, cards can go up. I am on direct, so my fees are going to be right up there in the 30% mark, possibly a little under, possibly a little over. However, I crunched the numbers. We're going to go into a little more depth. I'm going to show you what some of these cards are worth. Even if I did 35% fees, which is going to be, you know, not that high. The most I think I've ever averaged is around 32. Even at 35%, and I got these, I found a seller on Tcgplayer. They had a bunch of cases listed at like, ended up being like $16 a box. Like the top 4 cards in this box equal that. So at $16 a box, if I pay 30% fees, it's basically $25 to $35 profit per box. And then whatever that turns out to. We'll take out the calculator and do that later. But this is what I love doing. I like buying collections when they come up. Granted, my liquidity has been a little because I'm always buying bulk and taking my time to go through it. But I like leveraging. I am responsible with leveraging, and that's why leveraging works. Because when you leverage it properly, you can do this type of stuff, get your money back pretty quick, pay off whatever. I do utilize the power of PayPal Pay in 4 and Klarna and whatever. And I know it's a big meme for people to use those kinds of things, but I don't have $10,000 credit cards. This is what I can do. I know that after the first payment, I'm gonna get most of this money back in 2 weeks, and then I can go pay that right off. And then over time, the smaller stuff will be your profit as you go. It's going to take a little while because it's a lot. And I wish these things were packaged a little differently because they have these like beginner play mats and they're made out of cardboard and it's just, it's a trash. It's a lot of trash. It's a little wasteful, but someone's got to do the dirty work. We're doing the dirty work, and come along with me as we chase down the math and figure out exactly how much we can make on these boxes. All right, here are the numbers. So I wanted to just show this off. I just went through because I had all mine of the boxes that I had listed, so the numbers were a little askew. So basically, because you can only do so many cards at a time, I have 2 different batches for each set. Now in these decks, there are a mix of Marvel Commander cards and then the regular Marvel set cards or the Marvel Jumpstart cards. The Commander decks obviously make up for the bulk of the value with just about 60, 40, 30, 59, yeah, about $63, $64. As you can see, the regular stuff isn't so hot, but that doesn't matter because we're breaking down and selling everything. Now I want to go in here and show you, there are only, let's sort by price. There are only about 7 cards under 10 cents. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 cards under 10 cents. 10, 11, 12, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 18 total cards that are under 15 cents. And a lot of people's cutoff is 15 cents. I'm going to go in way more detail on my exact line of thinking, but even if you were to sift the cards that were 15 cents or less, you got a decent amount here, 15, 16, 17. These lands, you could probably throw these on eBay for $1 or $2. I just blew all mine out just because, but as you can see, you've got a good amount. Then same thing with the second batch here. There are a few playables, but there are not many cards under 15 cents. 14, 15, 15, 15, 16. And then you even got a couple that are 29, 30. And that's just the regular stuff. Now, the Commander stuff, and this is what I wanted to point out. I know mass box openings aren't for everybody. If you buy a box for $18 or $20, or even when I first bought those few couple, they were $23, $24. Bulk edit, sort by price, and then put them at the top. 1, 2, 3, 4 cards. So that's $6.75, $10, 12, 14. The top 5 cards in this set, in this box, is your money back. Boom. If obviously more people start opening this and doing this, cards go down, sure. But at $15 a box, $16 a box, it is almost impossible to lose. That's why I don't mind doing it. Now, the argument could be made of saying, hey, Bronze, if you would stop doing these kinds of things, you would have more money to buy collections and this, that, the other, and blah, blah, blah. And you might be right in that point, but also I don't like having my money sit around, and I'm like, at this point with the way the Pokemon market is, I'm not trying to fight people for paying 90% for a collection or 85% of a collection. If they come out, cool. Until then, we're leveraging like we've never leveraged before, getting these things in, breaking them down, getting our money back right away, and paying them off. Boom. I was mentioning it a little earlier in the video, but that's kind of what the goal is for mass box openings. Now, I'm doing direct. So this is a little, I don't want to say it's easier, but this is the type of reason why I wanted to get on direct, so that way I can do mass box openings, liquidate the cards as fast as possible, take a few things like the full art lands, because there are cards that you can get a premium for on eBay with Magic, but for the most part, blast it all out. Maybe save some of the bulk rares that are like 25 cents and under, throw those on eBay, or save them and don't even sell them at all. Just save them to make bulk lots down the road. There's all sorts of things you can do with this stuff. But at $18 a box, $19 a box, there's still plenty of listings on Tcgplayer right now where you can get a case for, $45, $50. A lot of those things, a lot of those listings, when you get to $50, it's free shipping. So it's like you're not really paying that much anyway. So let me break out the calculator real quick, and we're gonna break down how much we think we can do here. So what was the value here? What was the value? We have $72.80 of total value for one beginner box. If we go crazy and do 35% fees, $25.48 minus the $72.80 that we spent, that leaves us with $50. $50 minus our $18 that we spent is a potential of $32 in profit per box. We multiply that by 50, was it 59? 48, 57. By 57 boxes. I mean, I know it might not be worth it to some, and there's no, you're going to hear me say this in perpetuity for the length of this channel. There's no wrong way to do this. But if a potential $1,800 in profit to break down 50 or 60 boxes, which if I really tried hard, I could probably do that all in a day. I don't know about you, but I would love to have $2,000 in potential profit a day. Will the singles go down? Possibly. Will the singles go up? Possibly. It's a long game thing, and it's just a facet of the business that I've really liked doing. I like opening packs. Half of the reason I do this because I just like opening packs. This is a little different because they're seated, but I don't care. It's free money, and to me, it's brain dead to not do it. I know, again, it's not in everyone's wheelhouse, but you know, especially if you're starting off, even if you're not in direct, if you could lay out 20 and make 20, I have a hard time arguing with that logic. So are there cards that in here that may never sell? Yes. If you want to sift to a 15-cent floor and save that other stuff in bulk without someone else, fine. It is a Marvel set, so who knows? There's some random cards in here that might be 10, 20, 30 cents that you could list on eBay for $1.99, $1.79, and get a sale that you might normally, just because it is a Marvel character, you know, Patriot and Hulk, and there's so many different characters from Marvel's history that this just works. And for those of you wondering, yes, Foundations is still profitable to open. The EV has gone down a little bit on it, but if you can still get them for $80 to $85 a box, you're still going to be walking away with a good 20% on those as well. Mass box openings are fun. They're a lot of work, but in this period that we're in now, when it's hard to get sealed product that you really, really want and hard to get the sought after things, sometimes it's necessary to do stuff like this because there's a lot of people out there that don't want to do it. Whether or not that means, I'm not saying they're lazy, but some of them kind of are. You know, no shade to the guys I bought these from, but they probably could have broken them down themselves, but it may not be worth their time. But it could be for you. It is for me, and it's just another facet, another leg of that tripod that we're talking about that I love, and I look forward to getting most of my money back in the next 2 weeks and paying it off and probably buying another 50 or 60 if we can find a solid deal on them. So let me know what you think. Do you like doing box openings? Do you not like doing mass box openings? Do you think I'm stupid for doing this all the time? Do you think I'm the smartest guy alive? I'd love to hear your opinion on these things, but the numbers speak for themselves. And whether you buy 60 of them or 20 of them or whatever, I would say take the shot, try a couple of them out, and see if you can have fun with it and make a quick buck, because there's not a lot of quick bucks to be had in this hobby right now, and this is about as close to it. So hope you guys have a great day. I hope you found some value in this video today. Let me know what you think. Join our Discord. We're almost at 100 members in our Discord, which is crazy, and I hope you guys have a great day. We'll give you an update in a few weeks on what we do, probably, but anyway, hope you guys have a great day, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.